Hey guys, this is Dirty Feet Crew 7 here. My Dark Convergence Vicious Death build. Let's start off with my food. I'm going to be running Bewitched Sugar Skulls for the extra stam. Be using the Boon of the Shadow, Stage 4 Vampire. We're going to be Khajiit. You probably could do Dark Elf, but I run Khajiit because I go between my crit damage build and this one, and you have to be a Khajiit for your crit damage build. So I can switch to Mechanical Community Vicious Death right in between. First we're going to the gear. We'll be running the Master's Perfected Maul, Learn Hone. The Perfected version is going to give you extra penetration and increases direct damage. Cleave does by 1500 for each enemy hit, so that's going to be perfect. For a Dark Convergence pull, using Brutality Draining Poison, increases your weapon damage by 10%, reduces target's physical resistance. You could use something that gives you extra critical damage here. Any poison that gives you extra critical damage. Back bars would be Restoration Staff of Dark Convergence. I do use minor heroism poisons. I just don't have any right now. You make those with Dragon Rim and Dragon's Blood with Columbine. I usually have that on my back bar. But if not, just make sure you have Decisive on your Restoration Staff of Dark Convergence. Increased weapon and spell damage also helps if you're trying to get extra damage. Next is going to be a Medium Baylords Divine. Chest of Vicious Death Divine. Medium Baylords Divine. When you use your ultimate ability, you gain weapon and spell damage equal to the amount of ultimate consumed. And Penetration. Sash of Dark Convergence Divines. Gloves of Vicious Death Divine. Breeches of Vicious Death Divine. And you can switch this up any way you want. Shoes of Dark Convergence. And then Necklaces of Vicious Death Infused. You could probably run one Bloodthirsty if you wanted to. Ring of Dark Convergence Infused weapon and spell damage. And Ring of Vicious Death Infused weapon and spell damage. One of these could be Bloodthirsty if you wanted. And you can switch it up however you want. Your Vicious Death and Dark Convergence pieces. As long as, you know, your back bars, the rest of those, the main thing is Dark Convergence with the Decisive. We'll go straight into the skills here. Start with my back bar. I'm going to be using Scalding Rune to proc my Vicious Death, Dark Convergence. When triggered, the rune blasts all enemies in the target area for 8,000 flay damage. You shoot a rune onto the ground, it's really easy to use because you can put it like this and drop it wherever you want. Boom, drops your Dark Convergence. Some people use Caltrops, which adds extra penetration, which you can do that. It's up to you guys. I like the way that this drops better. So that's why I use that. Next is going to be Proximity Detonation, the Magical Bomb. Each enemy hit within this bomb's radius increased by 100%, so that's perfect for our Vicious Death. We're going to channel and proxy up. And for our pull, let's see here, Channel Acceleration is going to be our circle. This gives us major expedition, minor force, and we get movement speed. So that's awesome. Critical damage, extra movement speed, super good. And then we're going to have Concealed Weapon here. They changed it a little bit, but it doesn't really matter because Major Berserk still gives us 10% damage. So while you can sneak or invisibility, or casting Concealed Weapon while under the effects of Major Expedition, gain Major Berserk for 10 seconds, increase your damage done by 10%. While Slaughter, you gain Minor Expedition, increase your movement speed by 50%. So this is what's going to give us over the movement cap speed when we're running in stage 4. And that's important. So that's why we keep it on our back bar, because it still gets procced by our DC when we go to our front bar. And then Shadowy Skies is going to be on our back bar, guys. While Slaughter, you gain Major Prophecy, Major Savagery, which is awesome. The next direct damage attack will be Critical Strike, which is also awesome. Keeps us invisible. And then we're going to be running Soul Harvest on our back bar to get that extra ulti regen while slotted in. Anytime you kill an enemy, you gain 10 ultimate. Also really good for single target damage. Let's go to our front bar. We're going to be running Healthy Offering as our square. This is going to be our main heal. We also get minor mending for 10 seconds, increasing our healing done, which is super nice. This also only costs health, so if we're out of magicka, we can always cast this, but it does drain us for health, which we don't really like that much. Forward momentum, giving us major vitality and major sorcery, increasing our weapon and spell damage by 20%, and gaining minor endurance, increasing our stamina recovery, which is really good for us. Forward momentum is going to be the best one for us, guys. Activating this ability removes all snares and mobilizations. This will also help us get out of the bombs. Then we're going to be using Brawler. Some people use Carve. I don't like it. I use Brawler. This is going to get buffed up by our Master's weapon, so deal 6k physical damage to enemies in front of you. Also gain a damage shield that absorbs 3 to 600 damage. That's going to help us get out of these bombs. We're going to get a huge damage shield to get us out of there. So that's really good, guys. Merciless Resolve just got a little buff. It's going to be good for our single target damage and stacking up that spell damage with our light and heavy attacks. And if we're ever in trouble, we can incap them and Merciless Resolve them. And then Camouflage Hunter is going to be on our bar also to gain our minor Berserk out the middle of our bomb, which is really good, dealing damage from the flank. Gives you minor Berserk for 5 seconds after creating critical damage from the enemy's flank. So it's going to increase our damage, savagery, and major prophecy, and it's going to give us critical damage, so that's really good. Then we have Soul Tether there, guys. Everyone knows what this does. This is going to be our main burst. Ravaging enemies' souls, dealing 1400 magic damage, healing for half the damage done, and stunning them. Ravaging enemies' health are tethered for 8 seconds. While they remain within 10 meters, you siphon 2k health per second from them, and an ally can activate Leech Synergy, dealing 11k magic damage. So this is going to be really strong. It's our main burst. So we're going to be like this, channel, proxy, go invisible, right up into the bomb here. And then we're going to wait, drop it down at about a second, cleave them out. Let's go to the champion points here, guys. First thing, I don't know why Master Gatherer's in there, but still left it there. Gifted Rider, Steed's Blessing, get our mount speed up, and then Sustaining Shadows is the most important one, reduces the cost of Steed by 1% per stage. So that's the main one you're going to want to get there, guys. Let's go to the next one. We're doing Fighting Finesse, Master at Arms, Biting Aura, and Backstabber. You could probably switch Backstabber if you wanted to. Some people do Occult Overload. This is the way I've been killing people. It's the way I run it. I don't have to move my champion points when I go to the crit damage build, just in case they're a little tankier. And then let's go to my final tree here. We're going to do Thrill of the Hunt. Whenever you kill an enemy, gain Major Expedition for 3 seconds. So that's going to give us Major Expedition at the end of our bomb. Increase your movement speed by 2% per stage. That's going to help us get in and out of our bombs. Increases the effectiveness of people with damage shields. A little extra damage here for us. And then Siphoning Spells is going to restore 300 magicka per stage for each enemy killed. Just in case we run out of magicka going in, we'll be able to spam our stealth to get out of there. That's the build, guys. I run the immovable potions right here. We're going to be running Essence of Immovability to restore health and magicka. Just in case we jump off the top, we're going to be able to restore that. You can use the stamina ones also if you want to. I also try to keep those slotted just in case. You can also run the invisibility ones, that the alliance droughts, the invisible ones, because I guess invis pots do not work if you use an invis pot. I mean, detect pots don't work if you use an invis pot. But that's pretty much the build, guys. I'm going to show you guys a couple clips of me bombing, and then you guys can see kind of how it works.
Radiofone caracol, transparente de colete. De ser forte, mente alta, conhecida de foguete. Radiofone caracol, transparente de colete.